Braves and the Mariemont Warriors will tee it up in a minute or so. I expect this to be a great ball game. This is Jamie Agasti, and I'm joined in the booth by John Ballinger.
Jamie, good evening.
And this is brought to you by ICRC Community Cable. And I want to thank Mike Lyons in the booth and everyone for being out here tonight supporting lacrosse in the greater Cincinnati area.
Looking forward to a great game. This game is also broadcast on ICRC television.
Yep.
Interregulatory.
Starting for Indian Hill, number 6, Adam Tolliver, number 10, Cole Cousineau, and number 1, Matt McCaw at midfield. At attack, number 39, a senior, Sean Chamberlain, number 20, Eddie Fergia, a junior, and number 16, Will Vollmer. And at defense tonight for Indian Hill will be Ryan Bartell, number 7, Ross Bechtelmuller, number 5, and Alex Cole, number 6. In the goal, Chris Stokely, number 11. All right, Indian Hill will be in black tonight. Mariemont is in their blue and gold. Starters for Mariemont at attack are Clay Martin, number 24, Stevie Bollinger, number 20, and Drake Perry, number 3. At midfield, Drake Peterson, number 15, Mitchell Fry, a freshman, number 25, and Beecher Eberhard, 29, a senior. And at defense, number 45, Christian Hughes, number 6, Augie Wasman, and number 7, Stuart Kronitsky. And in the goal tonight for Mariemont is number 55, Matt Bernheimer. Well, John, this is going to be a great ball game. Indian Hill, the Braves, are the defending state champion in Division II, and they've moved to Division I this year. Mariemont is a solid Division II program. What do you think about today's contest?
This is going to be a tough one for Mariemont. I think Indian Hill has proven themselves certainly at the Division II level, winning the state championship last year.
Right.
I think this year certainly Mariemont's got a good shot at being a contender. They played St. Charles earlier this year, gave them a really good contest, and except for probably the first quarter, played very, very well. So I think it's going to be a tough battle. I certainly don't think Mariemont's going to lay down, but it's going to be it could be a long night if they don't jump on them early.
Right, should be a very, very high-paced, fast-paced ball game. Facing off is Drake Peterson and number 10, Cole Cousineau, and
Drake's
that's Mariemont's ball. For those of you that are new to lacrosse, field's 110 yards long, about 15 yards behind each goal, 55 yards wide, so it's a little bit smaller than a football field. And they're going to move the ball very quickly in the air, up and down, looking for a quick shot on the goal.
There's Clay Martin, got a good shot off.
In lacrosse, a little different from any other team sports, when the ball is shot, it is the team closest to the end line that takes possession. So great hustle by Chris Stokely. He went to the end line first, and it's Indian Hill's ball. They have 10 seconds, John, to clear the ball out of the defensive end.
And typically you'll see him go up the sideline with it, but right here you see him going straight up the middle, then they'll look to pass normally. Looks like he's going to take it pretty much all the way up. Pretty potent offense here. There's a pass that's going to go out of bounds.
On a pass, the ball will simply changes possession, and this will be a clear opportunity for Mariemont. Taking the ball out from behind will be number 45, Christian Hughes.
Danger of clearing the ball up the middle is certainly that if you lose it, you give the other team a chance to do something with it. Now, once you get over the sideline, you really want to get the ball back into the middle again and see if you can get a play started, like right here where we've got a
fast break.
One-on-one. Nice save by Bernie. Got a stick on it and drove it wide.
It's a nice shot by number 16, Will Vollmer.
Quick clear.
Yep, quick clear.
Probably not a bad strategy when you get a shot on goal to get the ball out of there.
And you'll see typically defensemen will go to the goalie as they want to clear the ball. And goalie and defense makes 4, only 3 attack minutes. Usually going to see a guy open. So it's a nice clear by Indian Hill. And we'll see if they settle it down a little bit. The sticks, John, look a little tight, a little tentative, and that's normal for the first couple minutes of a ball game.
We get their legs under them, get the ball thrown around a little bit.
That's right.
I think the other thing on a team as good as Indian Hill, you can't play them too close on the outside. They'll burn you.
That's right.
Going into the goal.
Nice shot by Sean Chamberlain. Sean is the leading assist in the state, averaging 6.4 points a game, and his teammate out there at attack, Eddie Fergia, is also at 6.4, leading goal scorer in the state. So they've got a very potent attack team
Sounds
here.
like a pretty good combination
You bet.
to have on the same team.
Chamberlain with the ball, guarded by Stuart Krenitsky.
Stewart's is a junior, really a good defender, and boy, timing couldn't have been better for that comment, I guess.
Nice strip.
Nice little poke check. Doesn't overcommit himself very often. Nice clear going. Ooh. I'll tell you, at this time of day, that it's very difficult for the goalies at the left side of the field here to handle that sun.
There's a flag. That's a slash on number 24, Clay Martin. And in lacrosse, a personal foul. I'm sorry, number 15, Reed Peterson. It's a slash on a personal foul. Like hockey, Reed's going to have to serve a minute. And Indian Hill will be a man up here. And you'll watch them, John, spread the field and work the ball to get the rotation on the defense and look for a shot. So Indian Hill is man up for a minute. And, the better programs are going to score 35, 45% of the time when they're man up.
The real difference, I think, in the early days of Mariemont lacrosse was this issue right here. Get the ball around, getting a feel for what's going on, getting the ball to your shooter. You want to set it up so that you get the right guy with the ball right in front like that.
That's a great feed from number 39, Sean Chamberlain, and number 1, Matt McCaw. Great cut. That's how you want to run a man up, John.
On that quick stick, too. You just get that doesn't stay long in the cross. You just grab it and stick it back in. That was a really nice shot.
Goal, little sidebar here, a goal is 6x6, and it is extremely challenging. It's a very difficult position to play. We're going to see it again. Sean Chamberlain to Matt McCaw, bang. And Matt Bernheimer really doesn't have much of a chance.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you got him faced off right in front. Nice, there's a little trip, maybe, little grab. Nice
Mitchell
pick up
Fry with the ball.
by Mitchell Fry. Really amazing. It used to be that half our team were freshmen. These days, a freshman starter is pretty incredible.
That's Ross Ballinger. Great hustle, great score. Ross is a very talented and athletic senior, and the son of John Ballinger. I may add, proud papa. Ross is going to be at Wittenberg next year, and what a great story, great school, and he's going to play football and lacrosse there. So, a nice way to even the score by Ross Ballinger.
I know, for a long time, Mariemont has not fared well against Indian Hill in most things, and this year they've had a pretty good year. I think the senior kids are feeling pretty good about it. This is a crosstown rivalry. It's neighbor against neighbor, and these guys have known each other for a long time since the recreational leagues and in all sports, and it makes for a good, clean, healthy. Competition.
Yeah, that's what you love to see. And so Mariemont will settle it here. Oops. Lost it out of bounds. That'll turn over to Indian Hill. And with 8.5 minutes, 8:40 in the quarter, it is Indian Hill 1, Mariemont 1.
I guess when you get a score against you, the best thing you can do is turn around and try to even it up and try to keep a little momentum.
That's right. Lacrosse is an incredible momentum game, fast-paced and high speed, and literally a 3, 4, 5 goal lead really doesn't mean much.
No, you're exactly right. I was at the one of the girls' games, which is someone that could explain the rules to that game to me someday. I can never figure it out. Nice check by Stewart again. Yeah. And there's Mike Morgan taking the ball up the sideline. Now he should bring it back to the middle. Yep. That's what it takes on the midi. You got to have some speed and some endurance out there too,
That's right. And they'll set the offense. This is Stevie Ballinger. Pardon me. He's Mariemont's leading point scorer, and they'll work the ball again, looking to get some motion and an open shot.
Drake Perry, nice shot.
Left hand, nice save.
Oh,
Chris Stokely.
Clay's.
Chris Stokely, the goalie's got about a 670 save percentage, so he's a very talented goalie. And Mariemont retains possession.
Every time we talk to a coach, he says he puts his best athlete in that goal because you got to have the whole full package to be a goalie. And a lot of kids don't like playing there because there's a lot of responsibility. And I tell you, it can be a tough spot. There's a little Now, if you push a guy out of bounds in lacrosse, you get the ball.
Right,
So,
exactly.
anybody that gets near the sideline is fair game to be checked out of bounds.
And you use that sideline as another defenseman. Pushing is an often called technical foul, and you cannot make contact from behind when they have possession. And you'll see that called tonight. This is Owen Gibby circling the cage. Nice shot.
Owen's a great lacrosse player for us. He's big, he's strong, he's quick. And he's got probably one of the best the best stick skills on the team.
It's Clay Martin and Drake Perry, and Indian Hill's got a nice defense, a nice balanced defense going here. And while Mariemont is doing a good job retaining possession, they haven't really been able to pull the trigger.
Reed Peterson's got a cannon if he gets a chance to release it right there. Nice
Shot
save,
save.
very nice save.
Chris Stokely with his second save of the night. This is Alex Cole. Nice pass up the sideline of Matt McCaw. And Deshaun Chamberlain.
Another young man you might recognize. His name is playing for Wittenberg right now, playing football and lacrosse as well. An ex-Indian Hill All-Star, Mike Sweeney.
We have a timeout, and with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. The score is 1-1. John, Rick Dunning and I did a game here a couple weeks ago, and it was a delight to watch Wittenberg and Marietta, two college programs, play the first ever NCAA lacrosse game here in Cincinnati at Kozol Stadium. And Mike Sweeney, there were about 6 or 7 local players playing in college, and that's just great to see because I'm sure you remember as recently as 8 or 9 years ago, there were about 30 guys in the greater Cincinnati who were playing lacrosse, and now, literally, we're up in probably to the, 800 or 900.
Well, the first day we showed up with the kids that are seniors. I think we had one kid that had picked up a stick before.
Right.
Obviously, the tactics were a little different back in those days. It was who could pick up more ground balls because the ball was on the ground most of the time. So.
One of the great things about lacrosse is as the talent increases, as the skill level increases, the speed increases, and there's a lot less physical, a lot less hitting because literally you just move the ball so fast. But when it starts out, it's a little bit like soccer. The ball's on the ground.
It definitely is.
So coming out of the timeout, you're going to see Indian Hill take possession of the ball, and that's number 16, Will Vollmer, an attackman. And guarding him is number 46, Ben Seeley, who played a whale of a game last week. This is an isolation, John. One-on-one. He's going to see if he can take him to the cage. Good pass and feed. Nice shot.
Nice save.
Matt Bernheimer with
no
a
one
nice
says
save.
You can't use a little bit of the knee and the body in there as long as you get body in front of it. There's Augie Wasman with the ball, looking for somebody to little help there. Got it from. Oop. You got to get rid of it. Out of bounds. Yeah. This is a game where you got to run from the heat and try to get rid of the ball when you're back there. See if you can find an open body.
Exactly. Oops.
I don't think the field was not set.
Right.
When the ball's dead like that, the officials really need to work together to get the ball set and everybody going.
And our officials tonight, Bill Blake, Rob Johnson, Doug Hines, guys that have been reffing for a couple of years here. And really, without them, tough to see their sport grow. So we're pleased to have those guys here with us tonight.
Well, that's been another challenge, is to find officials that have that are really consistent. And it's one of those games grows, like almost none other where they really have to work together as a team, and they run the full field. It's not an easy game to call.
Exactly. This is Sean Chamberlain.
Down to where my
good feed to the crease.
That jiggle.
And
nice
another save by Bernie.
Right there.
And they've got 10 seconds to clear.
Nice clear. That was quick.
Michael Morgan on the break.
The other recognition that we see more and more, Jamie, is that when they realize they don't have it.
Right.
And to pull back and go ahead and set something good up.
Right. One of the marks of a great disciplined team is to recognize when they have the break and they force the gauge, they force it to the goal. And then if you don't have the break, pull it out, set the offense. And this is exactly what Mariemont's doing right here.
Ooh. There's Owen.
Gibby.
Left hand. Nope, you got Clay Martin in the middle there.
So again, Mariemont will reset the offense. We'll see what they can do.
Yep.
We've got a flag.
got a hold, I think, on 18. I think it was sort of a maybe getting a little action in the crease there. Tried to
yeah, obstruction but it's a 1 minute penalty regardless, and Mariemont will go man up for 1 minute. And again, for you that are new to the game, Indian Hill will go into a zone, and Mariemont will move that ball, looking to get rotation on the defense and trying to get an open shot. And again, mark of a quality program is being able to convert these opponents' mistakes.
There's a. And Stevie, you know, a lot of his points have come this year on assists. He's just a tremendous team player. He looks to feed his teammates like right there.
Just wide.
A little wide.
It's Clay Martin, and he pulled it a little bit wide. Yeah, Stevie plays the position at attack we call X, and that's really the QB. He's going to be behind the cage looking to feed men that are cutting through the crease. It makes it very difficult for the goalie. Really a skill position. And again, Mariemont's man up. Got about 30 seconds left.
And his favorite target has been Clay right there. Clay's a natural left, but he's really worked hard on his right hand. He's got a really decent right now too, and really a great success story because he's a kid that is probably the hardest worker out there. He puts a lot of time in. He's honed every skill he's got there.
Very nice job by Indian Hill to clear that ball. That's number 34, Scott Perrin. Good job on man down D. And you know, Indian Hill will try to take the time off the clock here. And we're all even. So Indian Hill successfully killed that penalty, and with 3:20 in the quarter, still 1-1. Good look to the crease. Just missed.
Wide. He was pretty wide open there, Jamie.
Yeah, that was Will Vollmer. Let me tell you, Scott or John, that is a good example of great teamwork, great skill.
Right.
He could have shot, but he went to the crease, and you know Will's going to hit that. He just pulled it a little bit left.
I think the other thing is defensively we got caught up a little bit, and you got somebody run by. Then in this game you got to slide and help.
Yep.
And that's going to eventually leave somebody open. In that case, I think there were really two guys standing pretty wide open.
Right.
Big premium on picking the ball up when it hits the ground here. You know that's an opportunity to
maintain possession.
Or get it or take it back. Yeah. And I would say that most teams that you know, I don't know the statistic on this, but that have possession most of the time are teams that tend to win games.
Right. We back in the Ice Age when I played. Nice shot, nice score. That's number 10, Cole Cousineau, and that's just a very nice individual effort. And he bounced that ball, and again, for you folks that are new, especially from the outside, when midfielders or attackmen bounce that ball, it's a tough shot. Here it comes again. You're going to see a little scrum out here.
Yeah.
And Cole's going to walk in and rip it.
Now, one of the things, too, is when you get the stick back that far, you can generate a whole lot of speed.
Yeah.
They teach you, too, to keep it up near your head so that you can't get the stick check. But
exactly.
If no one's on you out there, you can crank it up.
Grip it and rip it. The really, really good college players, they can bring it at about 100 miles an hour, and that's a hard rubber ball and pretty tough to defend.
And when you're staring at that thing from about 20 yards, it gets there pretty quick.
Yeah, it looks like a BB. Good individual effort by number 4.
Oh, there's that's a legal check. Kind of looked.
We've got a whistle.
Looked a little hard, but
it's a push without possession, and so the ball will just simply transfer over to Indian Hill. It's a technical foul, but when there's no possession, John, it just rotates to their team. So Indian Hill will take possession here.
When you catch the ball in the crease, right in front of the goal in that little circle area there, you better be ready to shoot or pass because you're not going to be standing there long with it in your hand when you play against the defensive team.
Defensive coaches say, hey, if somebody's going to get the ball in the crease, they've got to go down. And that's just a simple transition there, and the ball will turn over to Mariemont. Yeah, defense, it is a bit like man-to-man basketball. You really got to look to slide and support your teammates. And, again, the ball moves so quickly that if you're not, looking ball and man, you can cause yourself lots of problems. This is Christian Hughes. He's a sophomore. Good pass.
Nice pass, nice catch. There's Clay. Martin trying to get the scoop. It's a good check, and you know, right there it was off the Indian Hill.
Change possession. Nope.
Sorry.
So the ball will change over. This is number 3, Andrew Kiriakis, one of the Kiriakis brothers, very good athletes. I coached against both of them in the junior high level. They scored more goals on us than I'd like. It's another nice shot.
There's another nice shot.
And a penalty. That's number 2, Andrew Hoverson. And we'll see if we get another chance to look at that one. Just a really good, hard bounce shot from the outside.
I get the feeling maybe Ross doesn't believe it was on him. He keeps pointing to himself in surprise.
Who, me? Yeah, that was about a high elbow there. And the score was 3-1. Indian Hill Braves are up with 1:36 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Mariemont looked a little confused on defense there. Looked like they were not aware of who had who.
Right.
And that can be just that deadly.
Just like basketball, you have to know who you're guarding. So this is going to be a face-off, and Indian Hill is man up. So you'll only see 2 midfielders out there for Mariemont.
Normally they bring an attackman up. And
really important that they try to win this face-off. It's Michael Morgan in the scrum.
He is doing a little sumo wrestling down there. And it's it gets back to
a push, change
yellow
of possession. Ball. Yeah, yellow ball. And Indian Hill will probably double the ball because they're man up here. And Michael's going to get on his horse.
They got a guy, they have somebody missing. Oh, there we go. Reed Peterson's coming on. Michael needs to try to get rid of that ball.
Indian Hill's really playing well. They're doubling the ball. And, they had the man up, so they doubled the ball and took possession. This is Matt McCaw.
You've got an extra guy when you...
Good look. Very well. I tell you, Indian Hill, very talented, very disciplined. They really look to move the ball, and that's what it takes. Division I lacrosse. Their record this year is 8-3, and have really had a very good year in their first year in Division I. This is Matt McCaw, Stuart Krenitsky guarding.
My understanding is they played Moeller recently.
Right.
Yes, no?
Not sure.
No, I thought they did, and I understand they handled
Moeller
nice
pretty
save.
easily, yeah. Nice save. Good look.
Great
fast
catch. Break. Wow.
It's Reed Peterson, a junior, and
he could dump it back. No, he's going to take the shot.
Nice
then he got it. Wow. That is a tremendous individual effort right there. Started with a gorgeous catch. Nice outlet pass, but what a great catch.
Yeah, the Matt Bernheimer made a nice save, and whenever there's a save in lacrosse, middies are taught to break. Here comes Reed. Fast break.
Made the catch. He's taking it down the middle of the field. Not over. And saw an opening. Took it.
And he bounced the ball. Imagine that. 6 years of coaching these guys, and they're bouncing the ball.
Yeah.
So with 32 seconds left, Mariemont's picked one up. Indian Hill Braves 3, Mariemont Warriors 2.
Got Michael Morgan facing off again.
I will tell you, though, John, at this break, I'm really impressed by the skill and the discipline on Indian Hill. They're really moving the ball well. Gavin Chamberlain is the coach. He does a really nice job with these guys. And but, Mariemont's playing hard, staying with them for the first quarter. Ross Ballinger.
Yeah, that's a time when you might want to run away. Oh.
Good stick check. So the ball will change possession. It'll be Mariemont ball with 19 seconds. And Coach Tad George, the Mariemont coach, is probably giving these guys a play, and they'll probably look for some form of a shot.
Now we got 19 seconds left on the clock. We've got to make something happen quick if we're going to make it happen.
Right.
This is something that
there's Ross.
I think he likes to get guys to cover him out there. He should have somebody coming in. There he is.
Good look to the crease. Nice interception by Chris Stokely. And here's a fast break coming the other way.
And that's about 5 seconds left.
8, Adam Tolliver.
It's going to have to be a pass and not a run. Boy, that may
nice effort.
Got the shot off.
It was a nice effort, and it just shows how quick the game can be. So at the end of the quarter, John, Mariemont 2, Indian Hill Braves 3. Any thoughts on this first quarter?
Well, I tell you, I think as well as Indian Hill played, and I think they played incredibly well. I think Mariemont's just sort of scrapped their way to a couple goals and are hanging in. I mean, that's a good performance. And with the exception of a couple of breakdowns on defense, I think they may have
Right.
kept it even.
Right. Really, great first quarter. And we're here again at Kuzel Stadium at Mariemont High School. Boys varsity lacrosse in Cincinnati. ICRC is here with us. Thank you, Mike. Mike Lyons in the booth, bringing you the pictures. And I'm joined here, Jamie Agasti. I'm joined by John Ballinger. And this is a great opportunity because you're seeing, maybe the premier Division I program in Cincinnati, Indian Hill Braves. And great stick skills, great athleticism. They've got two of the leading scorers in the state, Eddie Frugio and Sean Chamberlain.
And I was very impressed too with their goalie play.
You bet.
I
Chris
mean,
Stokely.
Chris
Yeah.
Stokely made some very difficult, and as did Matt Bernheimer.
Yep.
You can't
Yep.
take anything away from. He had the tough goal. He had the sun in his eyes. That's going to turn around at this time,
Sure.
and it is not going to be it's not easy to deal with on this.
These are two goalies. Let me talk about what's really important. Matt Bernheimer, senior, he's been accepted and is going to go to OSU, Ohio State University next fall. And Chris Stokely, my understanding, is going to be attending Ohio Wesleyan and hopefully playing lacrosse there. So great to see these seniors. I'm sure it's late in their senior year. They're having some fun, but they're probably hitting the books and getting ready for college next year.
Yeah, I'm not sure about how much hitting the books, but
that was then.
At least in my household, it's become more of a rare thing.
Yeah,
but I know they've earned it. This has been a long year.
You bet. So we're starting the first quarter here at Mariemont High School. Indian Hill Braves in black, Mariemont Warriors in gold. And Reed Peterson
trying to get the face off there.
Good work.
They're still on the field.
It's Chris McGough and Adam Tolliver. And he's going to call.
Body check?
He's going to call that,
Elbow?
I believe. Yeah, illegal body check. Yeah. And you'll see this again. Reed Peterson gets up ahead of steam, and he kind of got him from the side. And really, the body contact should be above the waist, below the helmet from the front. So Indian Hill will take advantage of this. There'll be a man up for 1 minute, and Mariemont will get into that tight zone. And if I was coaching them, I'd say, get your sticks up.
Yep. And so far I think they've been we've seen some really nice shots from the outside and in the inside.
Sure.
And so you're not going to be able to guess on this one.
Sure.
That's what makes them a good team.
Yep.
They've got some outside power
And again, they'll look to get rotation on the defense and look for an open shot.
they've done a good job of hitting that guy right there in the middle.
Crease,
right
off the
off
pipe.
the post.
The goalie's best
Bernie
friend.
deflected it. Looks like he got a stick in front of it.
Yeah.
But
I think that was Will Vollmer.
that
Will,
post
tell you-
helped.
tell you, Will is having a nice ball game tonight. He's got a lot of nice shots. And
Nice feeds coming right off that corner right there too, right into the crease. Right
Again.
There's another one knocked down by
I think that was number 6, Augie Wasman.
25, I think.
Mitchell Fry.
Mitchell Fry made a nice. Oh, that was tough. That was.
It's a nice left-handed shot by number 20, Eddie Ferguson. He is the leading goal scorer in the state, and you just saw why.
Yeah. Nice left-handed shot. Bounced it
Low and away.
opposite side. That's a tough one for a goal to get to.
Yeah, and as you know, John, as we say, and as we coach the younger guys, you tough to play when you're man down, and so Mariemont has given up 2 goals on man down, and that's right now the difference in the ball game. Indian Hill up 4-2 with 10:51 left in the second quarter.
And I think they've converted on both of their opportunities.
2 of 3.
2 of 3.
2 of 3. Yeah.
Well, you said that 30% is the.
Right. They're doing pretty well.
They're doing pretty well. I didn't get great grades in math, but I'll tell you that's a pretty good percentage. There's a pickup.
Ground ball by number 22, Ross Ballinger.
Ooh, tried to
Shot
fire high.
And again, that'll change over to Mariemont because Drake Perry was closest to the end line, and Stevie Bollinger will take the ball out at X.
Matt Perry's a really good player as well. I think he's one of these guys that has got a great sense of where he is and where people are. Right. He's a great feeder. He's.
That'll change over, and it'll be Indian Hill.
Yeah, that's tough. You try to make those simple passes right at the guy's helmet, and sometimes
gets away.
Yeah, get a little pressure on, he gets away, and
Indian Hill is. John, they're taking Matt McCaw, really talented athlete, as a midfielder back to clear the ball, and this is probably indication that he's going to leg it up. He's got a great stick, he's got great speed, and they're going to use that to help clear the ball. Here he goes. And nice dump to number 30. That's Drew Herman.
There's a
good pass to the
oh
crease.
Boy.
Nice hit.
And that was
Stuart,
a nice hit.
That was Stuart Krasinski. Plays safety in football and occasionally delivers that way in lacrosse. Again, Drew Herman with a nice ground ball. And they do well to settle here.
Yeah, that one.
And again, John, I really like this. Indian Hill had numbers, and then they lost those numbers. They pulled it back out. A nice pass to the crease. That was a shot by number 18, Danny Johnson, who's a freshman, very talented freshman.
Well,
I will tell you that, again, the mark of a pretty talented group is they are getting feeds to the crease. And, again, they look crease immediately when they accept that pass. And so they've had 3 or 4 nice shots. Matt Bernheimer's made a couple good saves, and they've been, over or wide a couple times.
I sat on the sidelines with our friend Rick Dunning for a long time, and one of the things that Rick, I think I hear in my sleep these days, is be a threat. And you see these Indian Hill players, not one of them standing, not doing anything. They're looking to set themselves up to be a threat,
right.
And that makes such a big difference. Here we got another
Adam Tolliver,
isolation.
nice drive, really nice goal.
Nice save. I mean, that a little
good
casual.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
that's probably not the type of clear you want to make within 10 yards of the goal there. But that was a really nice save by Matt Bernheimer off of a great individual effort by number 8 for Indian Hill, Adam Tolliver, a junior.
Looks like the middies are changing up here, trying to get.
Mike Morgan.
That's another great catch by Reed Peterson. That looks like a fly trap there. He gets out and snatches that ball. The sign of a really good player there, too, is somebody that goes and gets it. They don't sit and wait for the ball to come to them.
Right.
He jumps out and grabs it.
Right. It is pretty simple. The more you move, the more your feet are moving, the better you'll be. And we call it happy feet in hockey. You can't stay still. And lacrosse is a flow motion game, and so you really need to have good motion. Good individual effort there by number 8, Chris McGough, a midi, sophomore midi. But the ball turns over to Indian Hill.
You may be curious. You see Reed Peterson run on the field, handle the ball a little bit, and run off the field. And what they're doing there is getting a long stick
Defensive
or another
midfielder.
defender in the game,
right.
so that good teams will switch up and try to put their best defenseman out there.
You bet.
Based on the situation.
And this is an isolation. Matt McCaw on Chris McGough. And he dumps. Good look, Eddie Chamberlain. Nice pass
good
by
pass
Sean
in there, too.
Chamberlain to the crease. And Mitchell Fry.
Mitchell Fry's got some wheels on him, too.
Nice ground ball by number 6,
There's
Alex Cole.
in front.
Yep. Now, Alex Cole used to play midfield. He's a big, strong kid, good stick skills, and they've moved him to defense. He's doing a great job back there. Sean Chamberlain, nice face dodge. And that's going to be a penalty on.
I think it's a slash, too. It sounded like
on the head, yeah.
Sometimes it's not hard to call those when you hear that helmet to stick kind of thing.
That was Stuart Krasinski, and it's okay because he'd been beaten by a beautiful face dodge, and he tried to recover.
With 7:51 to go.
But John, I'll tell you, this is a bit of a dangerous sign. I think this is the 4th Mariemont penalty. We're a quarter and a half gone, and again, against a team as good as Indian Hill, they're going to want to play even up, not man down. So with 7:50 left in the quarter, Indian Hill up 4-2.
Well, I'm going to go on your statistics. I'm going to say at 30%, they don't give one up here.
Yeah. Good rotation.
Wishful.
Good rotation.
I've noticed too.
Good cut.
Wow.
That was very pretty.
That's that
number 39, Sean Chamberlain, to number 1, Matt McCaw.
Yep.
And gosh, if you're watching this, if you're especially a junior high player at Mariemont, I'd like you to watch this cut. Sean Chamberlain is going to get the ball at X.
Just right down in that corner again.
And then Matt McCaw cuts through the crease, bang.
And it wasn't long in his stick.
Oh, pretty.
Caught
very, very pretty. I think that's Matt's 2nd goal of the night. I think that Sean's got a goal and assist. We'll check at halftime for the stats. And again, John, discipline. Whoops.
Somebody that has to be someone's talking.
Yeah.
Since they're
It's a technical foul.
Bench penalty on the Warriors.
That's a bench penalty. I'm sure someone had a comment that was not appreciated.
This is a game where not a lot of that is
no, Brooks,
taken.
no.
It's
And fundamentally, Mariemont is not going to have a good day and a good evening if they continue to, take these penalties.
Well, that was it cost them 3 times so far.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't make a lot of mistakes against this team.
No.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see that little dump pass again.
Yeah, to the crease.
That's been working pretty well.
Watch the crease and the cutter.
16's cutting right there.
Good rotation. Nice save.
Nice save by Bernheimer. Nice scoop. That's a Gilman. That's sort of one of those things where you just sort of let it fly if you can. And
through the field, yeah. Gilman is a famous private boys' school in Baltimore, Maryland. The name of the Gilman clear originated. I'm showing my age, John.
Well, I'll tell you, that helped a little bit, maybe just getting the ball down there and getting it out of the zone, but they got it back pretty quick.
Right. Good cut.
Nice check by Augie.
Again, cut to the crease.
That hit off of something, didn't it?
Yep,
Or was that bounce?
I think deflected off a shoulder, but that was Sean Chamberlain with again a grip it and rip it shot.
That was a lefty.
Here it comes again. I think we'll see this.
Ball kind of bounced around a little bit there. They get control.
What's this? Bang.
Yeah, I think right off his back.
Yeah, off his back.
Well, I guess that was a bounce shot, just a little assistance.
Right. So as we 6:30 left in the quarter, Mariemont Warriors have had a tough second quarter here. Indian Hill has had 3 penalties. Mariemont's had 3 penalties, and Indian Hill scored on all 3 here. Yeah, 4 or 5 on man up is what Indian Hill's been able to do, and that again the mark of a very talented, skilled team. So.
A little confusion on the start there to see if they were going to release Perry. It looked like
all even.
Yep. Now, I'm not sure why they do this, but at times you get them non-releasable, the penalties, so that you cannot come back out.
Yeah.
But that was a bench foul. I guess they didn't make that non-releasable. Again, Stuart Koninsky doing some work back there.
There's a beautiful pass to the crease. Danny Johnson from Sean Chamberlain. We'll see this one again. Just a beautiful rotation.
Got some pressure to his right. And all he did was answer with a little roll to his left and looked across because he had 2 guys on him, got doubled up.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be open.
This is tough for Matt Bernheimer. He's getting shots from inside the 8-yard arc, and that is very difficult. So, again, I think Mariemont needs to get the ball on offense, take a little bit of air out, settle it down. Yeah.
And like you said, 5 goals isn't impossible, especially with a guy like Reed getting the ball in there, a little fast break, nice shot, goal.
Nice goal.
Very nice.
That's textbook lacrosse, and hopefully we'll get to see this one again. But Reed Peterson with a really nice face-off and a good feed to.
Stevie needs to watch himself a little
Here
bit.
it
I think
comes,
he got a little
left
chippy.
hand. And I believe that's Stevie.
Yeah.
Bollinger. So that's a 3rd goal for the Warriors and cuts the Indian Hill Brave lead to 4.
Boy, Reed played that very well. Played actually both times he's had fast breaks. Played them very well.
Yep.
First time he shot. This time he dumps.
One
got to be able to do
one
both
goal,
things.
1 assist. Yeah. Nice job. It's going to be a.
Now, I guess if you hit somebody, it's sort of like
You've got a 5-yard arc around the ball, and that was just outside of that 5-yard arc. So they call that interference, change of possession, and the ball comes to Mariemont. So a chance again for Mariemont to get back in here, settle it a little bit, and work some offense. Plenty of time.
Oh, tough pass there, just sort of loose.
Yeah.
You know, and again, you gotta be moving. We're standing, watching each other. Not a lot of movement. Ooh, nice save by Bernie. Something you might want to.
It's a great save, and then a little.
Now,
little
there's a
loose
difference
on the
between. There's a difference between when you interfere with the goalie,
right,
and when you intercept the pass. And I think that was a clean interception.
Yeah, that's going to be I believe, a hit, late hit, or to the head, one of the two. Cross-check. That's a minute.
Another penalty by the Warriors.
Number 45, Christian Hughes. So they're
maybe getting a little frustrated.
I think so. And again, against a team that's got great skill and great speed, it would probably do them well to just take a deep breath and play the stick a little bit more than the body. But again, Indian Hill will have the man-up advantage.
Now, it may be my imagination, but I see Mariemont's defense sort of getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and in hopes, I think, of trying to pick that ball off.
Right, and protect the crease. And this is when, a good team is going to shoot from the outside.
Right.
Yeah, good rotation. Very good rotation.
Very quick. Each pass is crisp.
To the crease.
Nice check.
Good defense by Ross Ballinger, forced it over. But again, a really well-executed man-up by Indian Hill. Really,
still got a pretty tight shot.
Yep, pleasure to watch. And this is number 18, Danny Johnson, a freshman. Whoops.
Now, how much time do you have to get the ball back in?
You get 10 seconds here to clear the ball up the field. Although on man down, when we're a man short, we got all the time we want. So again, this is Mitchell Fry. They'll look to clear that ball. Good look.
Yeah. Now probably a wise timeout there.
They're going to call a timeout. I think Coach George has probably made a smart call here. Chance to settle it. Talk to his kids.
Maybe get it around behind. Typically, if you're man down, you want to get the ball and see if you can ice it up a little bit so you get full strength.
Exactly.
Well, and I'll tell you, on the other side, Jamie, Indian Hill has not made one penalty. Or maybe one.
I think maybe one.
I mean, they're playing pretty mistakeless lacrosse right now, and that's
mistakeless, mistake-free, something like that.
I didn't say I was an English major.
Yeah, John, they really have played well. In fact, I can't really, the total facet of their game. The defense looks strong, quick. Their middies are up and down the field with great speed, and their offense really is pretty impressive. I'm joined by John Ballinger. My name is Jamie Agasti. We're here with ICRC, bringing you boys high school varsity lacrosse in the home of the Warriors, Kusel Stadium. It's a beautiful sunny evening here at Mariemont, and Indian Hill Braves, the state champion at Division II last year, are leading this game over Mariemont by a score of 7-3. And I think if I had to summarize it, Mariemont has taken quite a few penalties, and Indian Hill is making them pay.
Yeah, and I think to the credit of Mariemont, they've capitalized on some mistakes when they were going the other way, or at least we're able to make some fast breaks happen. And if I'm not mistaken, I think all 3 goals came from fast break.
I think they did. And I think that says, Mariemont is dangerous, and Indian Hill can't let up. They're double team the ball here because Mariemont is still man down. There's a nice fake by Reed Peterson. Really a talented individual.
Might just have him run all the way around behind, but then pops out. He's gonna try to ice it, and if he's gonna lose it, that's kind of where you want it to go.
I'd point out, especially for you younger kids that may not be 6'1" and 220. Reed is probably soaking wet, 155, 60 pounds, and 5'2", 5'4". But he's a great lacrosse player because he works hard. He's got a great stick.
And you know what? He's strong. He's very, very strong for his size, and he's also very quick. His speed. This is a game of wheels.
Whoops! John Borchers on the shot. John's had a bad wheel, a bad knee, but he's out there tonight, and I think Tad's Coach George is trying to put some senior leadership out there. This ball will turn right over because of a shot to Mariemont. Stevie Bollinger with the ball.
Now we got a little more movement on the offense. That little dump. There's a score. That was a nice little pass by Stevie. Same kind of inside, and then
That's
No,
what,
the recipient was the guy standing there.
right. That's Ross Ballinger's second goal.
3:48 to go in the
And
half.
you're going to see a bounce pass here. Ross picks it up and bang. And he shoots low, shoots south. Nice job. Ross, again, I don't want to embarrass John, but Ross is one heck of an athlete, and he's attending Ohio Wesleyan next year. I'm sorry, Wittenberg. And he'll probably play football as well as lacrosse there. So with the 3:48 mark in the second quarter, it is Indian Hill 7 and Mariemont 4. Mariemont's on a little break here. They've picked up a couple goals. And again, it's a game of momentum.
That's Peter Schell. Peter
That's
Schell's
Peter
a
Schell.
very talented kid. He's great on faceoffs. Has had a really good year there. He's a very powerful young guy, and really probably one of those real bright marks for us.
Right.
I think he's a sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah. This is, again, bounce pass from Shaw's.
Nice save stick. Oh, I got something going on in the middle.
That's another
Flag on the
penalty.
play.
It's a illegal body check on number 7, Stuart
Another
Kernitsky.
illegal body check call on the Warriors.
So Mariemont will go right back to man down. And Indian Hill has a chance to take a little air out of the sail.
Well, you know, you get one back, and you got to get the ball back and get it.
Yep.
And then that's again a little bit of frustration, maybe.
So again, this is a man up, and for you, those of you that are new, Indian Hill will retain possession for a minute with a man advantage, or until they score a goal. And of course, Mariemont's going to try to clear the ball and ice it.
That's pretty tough in the last 4 minutes of the
Yeah.
of the half too. I mean, you got to be.
You want momentum going into halftime.
Oops. You want to let him go out there.
Number 39, Sean Chamberlain, one of the leading point scorers in the state. He's matched with
Right out in front.
nice shot.
Nice save.
Nice
Another
save.
one. Bernie's
That
got
was
some. He's doing a great job tonight. Still probably be Gilman up a little bit. Nice feed down the middle. Nope. Here's Stevie trying to put a little pressure to keep the ball in. I think
Nice clear by number 7, Ryan Bartell, a junior defender. And Indian Hill will reset in their man-up offense.
got
It was a
about
nice clear.
another 5 seconds in the penalty. Oh,
We're now all
there he
even.
is. Oh, and Johnny's coming on here. Oh,
Probably better to go for the ball, but Indian Hill's got a little fast break here. We'll see what they do. And again, showing discipline.
2
They
minutes
just
to go. You're going
slow
to
it down.
Slow it down. You're ahead.
Look for
See
a
if
good
you can get a good shot.
Yeah. It's a timeout for
timeout,
Indian Hill. And
Indian
again, Coach Gavin Chamberlain, probably taking your advice, John, is going to settle it and look for a good shot. So again, we want to thank ICRC and Mike Lyon in the booth for bringing you great boys varsity lacrosse action. I want to give you the replay on Wednesday. That's tonight, the 30th at 11:30 p.m. on Channel 15.
For all you night owls.
Yeah, Thursday, tomorrow, on the 1st of May, May Day, a holiday in most of the countries of the world. 10:30 p.m. on Channel 17. This Saturday, the 3rd at 12 noon on Channel 4. Sunday evening, the 4th at 7 p.m. on Channel 17. And Monday the 5th at 10 p.m. on Channel 17. There's the cable cast schedule. You'll see it right there in front of you. I think I read it correctly. ICRC is a great organization, really helping us bring this great game to the greater Cincinnati area. And one more time, John, I know you and I ate a lot of dirt for many years, but it's great to see the programs grow. And I just, Indian Hill, it wasn't so long ago when they did not have a program. Mariemont became a varsity program last year. We're now up to 15 or 16 high school teams in greater Cincinnati, and it's just a real testament to the excitement of the game. And, it's a fast-paced, fun sport, and kids love it.
It absolutely is. I think a lot of kids for the spring sports once this thing started, it was like I know at Terrace Park, where we're from, you go down anytime in the spring and drive down the street, and you'll pass a couple kids, boys and girls, with tossing the ball around.
Right. So Indian Hill has the ball with 1:45 left, and we're going to see them look for a good shot. And Adam Tolliver's up top, isolated a bit here on Ross Ballinger. Good dump.
Pretty good D now. They've got a little bit of the bill of his hat there. Augie tried to.
Another penalty. You know, a slash to the head. And you know, John, one of the things we do, especially with the younger kids, especially the defensemen, is we try to coach them and teach them to, when you're playing defense, to look for the bottom hand and try to check the bottom hand. And the reason is pretty simple. That's a big, long piece of lumber, and when you're going for the head of the stick, oftentimes you miss and you hit the helmet, which is typically going to be a 1-minute penalty. So,
and that one's pretty tough to hide, especially when those sticks up there. You
clank.
You hear the noise, and that was a good call.
Typically look worse than they feel.
Yeah. And a good offensive guy will keep that ball right near his helmet and hope that you're going to give him that shot.
We call those 2 6-inch areas on either side of your head the box, and that's exactly where you want that stick to be. You can shoot from there, you can pass from there, but it makes it very difficult for the defender to take the ball away. Good feed to the crease, backward shot. I got to tell you, we got to see that one again. Sean Chamberlain.
That was one round behind the back, and honestly, as much as it was fancy, it was the only way to go, because he was pretty well covered on his right side.
Right.
And
Sean is a senior, and he's going to be attending Stony Brook back east in the fall. And my understanding is he's going to play lacrosse. He's a very talented player.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Well, John, Coach Chamberlain made the right call, set up the offense, got a great shot, and it was converted. And with a minute to go here, Warriors are down by 4.
And again, you know, a shot on goal right here is what the Warriors want. I think probably Indian Hill would be happy just to.
As a timeout.
Timeout on possession.
And that was really nice. I mean, Peter Schell worked hard to get the possession, and this gives Coach George a chance to set up an offense. And as you say, John, look for that last shot. It will really make a big difference if they can go in down 3 as opposed to down 4.
Right. I think that's all you need to get one on there. And like you said, 5 goals in this game is doable.
Right.
Not quite so sure 5 goals on a Indian Hill. I'd want to be there, but.
Well, again, you're seeing really probably the premier high school team here in Division I, Indian Hill, in Cincinnati, and Mariemont is a Division II school, and is trying to stay with them, and I don't think they have anything to be embarrassed about. They're playing hard and they're threatening, but again, if you're playing man down, I think right now the call is they've been that man out 7 times, and that's almost 7 minutes on a 20-minute half. That makes it very difficult.
Right. I'll tell you, I mentioned it earlier, but the goalie play on both sides has been phenomenal. I mean, the ones that Matt has given up really are pretty point blank, real close, and
Chris Stokely for Indian Hill's done a nice job.
Awesome job. I mean, he's taken them low. He's caught a couple up high. I think he's had challenges on both sides. I think it's been. If there's one consistency in this game so far, that's it.
Good goaltending, yeah. You're going to see Chris McGough start with the ball, and again, Mariemont has called a set offensive series, and you're going to look for 1 or 2 different open men.
My guess would be Owen Gibby, number 60 here, is going to be the guy they're going to go for. He's one of their better shooters. You'll see him probably come across on a feed. These guys are playing way out, way outside. They got to get the ball when you're getting challenged out that far. Get it to somebody and have it taken right down the hole. Kind of like that, and hopefully hold on to it long enough to get a shot off.
Nice
shot.
Upper
Upper left.
I'll tell you what, as you say, John, great individual effort. And that was Ross Ballinger, his 3rd goal of the night, a hat trick for Ross.
Really instead of working the camera, I think I'm going to be up here from now on. You guys are going to have to just find me a seat anyway.
Yeah,
I'm actually getting to watch the game.
Proud Papa, yeah. But again, a huge momentum lift for Mariemont, and again, a great individual effort by Ross Ballinger. But as you said, John, Indian Hill's playing incredibly aggressive on defense, and that was one that just got a little bit away from
to Chris Stokely's credit there, a high shot to the right side of that, or left side of that goal is in the sun, is got to be tough. He may not have even seen it.
Right.
I mean, I didn't see the whole thing there, but he seemed to be not to take anything away from it, but that was a blinding speed shot that was well placed. And with 6 seconds here, I'm going to get you. I was going to say, I bet you we're going to see a shot that just needs to be thrown down, and
well, that's it. John, at the end of the first half, here at Mariemont's Cousin Stadium, the Indian Hill Braves 8 and the Mariemont Warriors 5.
Great contest so far. I'm looking forward to a second half.
You bet.
We got a break. We can leave the
My mom is a hero. She goes into places normal people want to get away from. She rescues families, makes everyone safe. But the best thing she can do is come home.
The U.S. Fire Administration reminds you to protect the heroes who protect our lives. Have a smoke alarm on every floor. Test it monthly. Replace the battery yearly. Do your part to get out before they have to come in.
Our fugitive has been on the run for 90 minutes. Average foot speed over uneven terrain, barring any injuries, is 4 miles per hour. What I need from each and every one of you is a full target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, hen house, outhouse, and doghouse in that area. Your fugitive has just cashed in his 401k plan, and all he had to do was roll it over.
Learn about rollovers and protecting your financial future, and choose to save.
You can't mess with the big dog.
Hi, we are Pack 323.
Remember, don't touch guns. Leave the area until an adult. Always remember to stay away from drugs.
Always remember to change your smoke detector batteries.
And always remember to not talk to strangers. Always remember to wear a bike helmet.
You should always remember to swim with a buddy.
Always remember to wear your seatbelt. When you come to a street, stop, look, and listen before crossing. Don't ever play with matches. And always remember, don't smoke.
Safety first!
Welcome back to Mariemont's Cousin Stadium for tonight's second half of the Mariemont Warriors Boys High School Varsity against the Indian Hill Braves. Great first half. My name is Jamie Agasti. I'm joined in the booth by John Ballinger. And with 12 minutes for the third quarter here, we're going to start off the action. Indian Hill is in black. The visitors are in black. And Mariemont Warriors are in the blue and gold. And John, first half, 8-5 Indian Hill lead. Any thoughts?
Well, other than that, penalties totally destroyed. 5 goals scored on 8 penalties. Compliments to Indian Hill for converting, but you know the difference was that Indian Hill only had 1 penalty.
Yeah.
And that's tough. And we were talking about at halftime when you play a half with 8 minutes of 24, you're down a man.
That's tough. A third of the time. Yeah. There's my college math at work.
Oh boy.
This is Indian Hill with the ball possession. Nice individual effort by number 20. And that trickled over the end line.
It did. Bernie looked like he had it, and then
it was Eddie Ferrugia. Eddie's the leading goal scorer in Division I in the state, so he converted his second goal of the day. We had a whale of a first half, and I've just got to highlight great goalie play on either end. Chris Stokely had 7 saves. Matt Bernheimer had 13 saves. He's a pretty busy guy. And Sean Chamberlain is the high scorer with 2 goals and 4 assists. And then Ross Ballinger for the Warriors with 3 goals.
There's Reed Peterson on the faceoff. Got a lot of, there we go.
It's Mitchell Fry, a freshman, with the ball. Nice work at long stick midfield.
Needs a little help. Ooh, that might be the. As again, that talking about getting that stick up high, trying to make it a stick check rather than on the hand.
Right.
Although that kind of heat, not necessarily a bad thing.
Right. This will be Warriors man up, and on Cole Cousineau's what appeared to be a slash. And so again, Mariemont will try to look to move the ball, get defensive rotation, looking for an open shot. It's number 15, Reed Peterson.
So skip pass. Down over to Clay. Back behind to Stevie. Now you should probably see some movement coming from the top. I think he tried to flick that one over to Clay across the goal.
Yeah, skip pass, and he just nice interception by
the
the defense. Using the flag down, you're going to probably see a slash, and as the ball hits the ground, the whistle blows.
Now again, Matt Bernheimer staring into a very ugly sun.
This is a slashing call on Stevie Bollinger. So unfortunately, what had been a man up converts to all even.
And eventually a man down.
Right. As Stevie comes off the field. And this has been a bit of the first half. Mariemont playing a bit of catch-up and aggressive D, but the sticks are a little bit high and the body contact sometimes a little bit late. So it's all even here, and Mariemont would do well to play this tight, try to take away the ball, and they're just going to probably settle back and wait to play a regular old man-down zone. This is 39, Sean Chamberlain. We've called his name a lot tonight. A very talented senior who's going to attend Stony Brook College in the East and probably play lacrosse there. So pretty impressive for.
Very strong player. I think he's passing. A lot of times he's in close. He's got a really good sense of where. Oh, there's a nice poke check by Stuart Krinsky. Gets the ball out. Now Indian Hills man up.
Right. And again, they'll have it man up for about 45 seconds here.
Another nice little check by Stewart, trying to confuse things. This is where Indian Hill's been really dangerous, getting the ball back here and then just looking for cross feeds. All our heads, all the Mariemont heads are looking forward.
McCaw shot off the pipe.
And Matt was going that way, but I don't know that he was.
A skip pass. Nice roll. Really, this is a chance to see some very good stick skills and some good patience here. Yeah. Just
oh
wide.
Boy, there's a
McCaw with a shot.
Kind of did a little body English on that one.
You
tried
bet.
to get a little more heat on it than maybe he needed.
Yeah, he probably didn't have great body balance, and so we're now back to all even. A successful kill of the penalty, which
looks like then a turnover. Haven't seen that much by them tonight.
No,
those kind of errors have been rare.
Right. And again, if you're new, they've got 10 seconds. Mariemont has 10 seconds to clear the defensive side of the field, so they're going to be quick here.
Now you can't run it. Got a midi back. We do.
Offsides.
No, I think maybe they were.
Got a man coming in from the bench area, so I see another flag, John.
Oh, that must be on Indian Hill. Delayed
Nice
call
shot.
and left-handed cannon by Reed Peterson. Well, we're maintaining that three goal difference, but this he will get the penalty as well, right? I mean,
no, the penalty should release because of the goal. But let's wait and see here.
Okay, so that was a technical foul on the flag, which is
releasable. You may be able to hear that it was a technical foul, and so the goal makes it wave off. And with 8:56 in the quarter, it is 9-6. Indian Hills leading by 3. And there's another flag. It's going to be a bench penalty on Indian Hill.
Well, we're evening up on the penalties so far.
Yeah, I just, it doesn't, typically that's not going to be a good strategy to coach the ref from the sideline. It's never worked for me in the past.
It just doesn't get you any goals, I'll tell you that.
So this is a good
Maybe
chance.
relieve a little frustration,
That's
however.
right.
You know.
It's a good chance for Mariemont to try to break that Mendoza line of 3-goal difference. And this is going to be Reed Peterson, the goal scorer. And I just like to highlight, especially for you younger guys, and Sean Chamberlain, Matt McCaw, Reed Peterson. These guys can use both hands, John, right, left. Right. Great shots, great passing on the run with both hands, and that's what it takes to be a really premier high school player now.
And that shot doesn't take long to get off either.
No.
I mean, they're quick, and more than power, speed, getting it out quick is very important.
You bet. Mariemont's man up here for a minute, and we'll see what they can do.
Now, typically that's great defense. But Mariemont tries to overload one side. They pull more players, suck them over to one side, and then look the opposite side for either Clay Martin or Mitty. They're kind of standing around right now, frankly. There's not a lot of...
It's a bounce shot by Clay Martin.
Yep.
Stevie may have gotten to the ball first. That's Mariemont ball.
Yeah,
like
John,
it's evened up. That all even now. And again, Mariemont runs an overload, and they're just not moving the ball quite quick enough to take advantage. But this is Stevie Bollinger with the ball.
Really good defense, again,
you bet,
for Indian Hill. There's a wide open. Ooh. There in the middle, Stevie got some good defense there. Clay.
A little bit of collision there. That's going to turn over.
Take the man and then the ball. And
Indian Hill's ball.
Yeah.
And when the ball goes up the sideline, John, it's a chance for a horn and a change of midfielders. When you're running midfield up and down, offense, defense, it takes about 90 seconds before that heart rate reaches maximum. These kids are in good shape, but they need to come off the field and get some fresh legs on there.
And I think you see that in this game more than any. A guy that's tired means he's working hard too. There's no a substitution isn't a penalty in this at all.
We try to teach the kids, raise your stick if you're tired. We'd rather have fresh legs out there.
Right.
This is Sean Chamberlain. Again, we've called his number a lot tonight. Stuart Kronitzky playing D.
That's his spot right there. That was a really nice nice feed out top. Again, tough to see for the goalie right now. Matt's on dangerous duty. If they shoot from this side, it's right. You can see those long shadows.
The shot and
Matt did a nice job there. Oh, wait a minute. Now,
it's Matt
I think so.
Bernheim.
Now, as the rule states, it's as the ball crosses the line.
Yes, it's the closest to the end line
when
as
the ball goes across.
So Matt Bernheimer hustled, got on his horse.
Very quick thinking.
That's great hustle, and it's another reason, John, why I know growing up in the East, the coaches would say put the best athlete there in the goal because he's a fourth
great
defenseman.
Pass.
Nice cut.
Now, I think you'll see. Oh, there's a push from behind with possession, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's Rock Spexmuller who just gave him a little love tap, and that'll be 30 seconds. It's a technical foul, but with possession, it'll be a 30-second penalty. So, I guess the shoes on the other foot. We're seeing a little bit of penalty on the Indian Hill side, and again, Mariemont has a chance to take it within 2 here with 7:12 left.
But to your point here, when you only have 30 seconds, you got to set it up quick. You got to move the ball quickly and take your best shot as quick as you can. Because not that you hurry it, but good.
Oops. This is Clay Martin who's going to take the ball out. Clay's a senior. He's attending Ohio University in the fall. And again, a great story. Clay worked hard all summer long. I can remember driving into Terrace Park late in the evening and seeing him out there on Stanton Field working hard, throwing against the wall. And, for you younger guys, that's what it takes to be a great lacrosse player. You got to work the body and work the stick.
If you do it enough, it becomes instinct.
Exactly.
And you don't. If you have to think about it, you probably haven't worked hard enough.
Exactly, yeah.
I think what the referee did there was chasing that
nasty
photographer over there.
Yeah, what was he thinking of? Stevie Bollinger with the ball at X.
Although, for his own safety, it's probably not a bad idea when...
Reed, nice face dodge. Left hand,
hand post.
Off the pipe. Again, beautiful lacrosse.
But again, that should be ours if it goes out because that was a shot.
That was a really nice face dodge. Reed took it left hand, bounce shot, off the post.
And
goalie's best friend.
Good enforcement of the point you just made where right hand, left hand, Reed's powerful with both sides. Just trying to set him up with the same kind of move. Moving. Nope.
And they're all even.
Oh.
I'm not quite sure about that bounce pass, John.
Yeah. There's
Good look to the crease. Couldn't quite catch the handle. Chris Stokely with a nice
may have
pickup.
been a little bit low there for him.
Yeah.
Now this is, you got to have someone with some wheels to get in front of
Adam Tolliver.
Adam. Yeah.
Nice check.
He's a blaze going down.
Yeah.
Now watch number 10. He's coming in on the sideline all by himself. This is going to be a dump in. Yeah, it's trouble.
Good D. Matt, that was Mitchell Fry, and great hustle by Stuart Korneski and Matt Bernharder. So the ball will turn over, and it'll be Mariemont's ball. They'll have 10 seconds to clear.
Midi change again. We got offensive middies coming in.
Right. And you'll see Matt Bernheimer walk the ball up, looking for a midfielder. There it is.
Oops. That was a little bit low, a little bit of in the wicket there. Reed Peterson trying to pick the ball up. No, we got.
Number 10 is Cole Cousineau.
Now we got another penalty on, looks like it's going to be on Beecher. Everhart for a little slash in the back.
Yep.
You know, you're allowed to hit with the stick. And when first time I watched this game, I was surprised at the violence that looked like was going on out there. But if you do it right, they've got those gloves.
The rules are pretty simple. The glove and the stick are legal. And again, to really help them on defense, we try to coach them to look for that bottom hand. And but when you're chasing a man from behind, that stick is up high. You're looking at it, and it's hard
not to take a poke.
Hard not to, right? So again, Indian Hill man up for a minute, and like they did in the first half when they were 5 for 8, which is an outstanding percentage on man up. They'll look to break the ice here in the second half.
They've got all 6 guys out in front now. Now they slide somebody to X.
Sean Chamberlain.
Sean Chamberlain's favorite spot back there.
Good cut.
Yeah, very nice shot. Another quick stick. That's kind of the way they started the.
That was Will Vollmer. That's the second time we've called him tonight.
Yep.
Really, really nice play. We're going to see this one again, John. We'll go to X.
Nice little cross pass.
The cut right there. Cut, shot, low.
One motion.
Oh gosh, you know, for my Mariemont Junior High School Warriors, when you cut hard and you shoot low, good things happen.
It's a formula and it works.
Yes. We're going to see a face-off here with 5 minutes, 5:17 in the third quarter.
Well, if the game flow continues as it has been, this Mariemont is going to keep that 3-goal margin. Oop.
Yeah, certainly it's close, it's tight, and a little bit of a scrum there.
Nice save by Matt. I think he got a.
It was a good shot by David Kariakis, again a very talented sophomore.
You know, Matt has had one whale of a game. The first half he had 13 saves, which is pretty incredible.
I think he's going to pass 20 tonight, and you know, the rule of thumb again in lacrosse, at least for me in school, college. Nice shot. That was number 20, Eddie Ferrugia, and you saw why he is the leading goal scorer in the state. We'll see, Mike, if we can get this one again.
It didn't take long for him to release that ball. Kept the stick nice and quiet. His body was nice and quiet, up high. I'm sure the sun's starting to go down, but may still be a little bit of a factor for him.
Yeah, Indian Hill's doing what they need to. They just broke the 3-goal game up to 5 again. And as Indian Hill continues to maintain possession here, that's probably a ward. John, it's when you're playing with the ball on offense, you can't use your free hand to push off, and that was the call.
And you're not allowed to have an opinion about the referee's call either.
Yeah. That's a technical foul. So what we'll end up with here is, I believe, 2 men down. 1 man down, I'm sorry. The ward was simply a loss of possession. Exactly. The verbal or the discussion, the debate was worth 30, so was worth the penalty. So Mariemont has the ball, a chance to bring it back to 4. Stevie Bollinger at X. He's going to be looking for cutters. Drake Perry, Owen Gibby, Chris McGough, Clay Martin, who went all the way around.
Well, this is looking a little bit more spunky here. We got
Drake Perry with a nice defensive stop by number 7. That's Ryan Bartell. We've called his number a lot. There's another flag. It's a penalty on Mariemont, and Adam Tolliver's on his horse here.
Yeah. I think you just try to get in his way, maybe. Nice
save.
stop.
So I need a program here. It's a slash. That's a slash on number 15, Reed Peterson. And Adam Tolliver picked it up, got on his horse, hustled down that field, took a great shot, and Matt Bernheimer turned him away. Again, I need to recognize, John, the great goalie play by both guys out here tonight. You know, Matt Bernheimer's up probably around 17 saves, and Chris Stokely's probably up around 10. So you're seeing some very, very good, talented guys in the cage.
Yeah, I think they're taking them down low, up high. It's a total reaction. Again, you've got to have a great athlete in there with great reactions.
Sure.
It's a tough spot to be because once it becomes you and the guy with the ball, it's when that mano is a tough thing to.
Indian Hills
win.
man up here for a minute, and they'll rotate. Good ball movement.
Great ball movement.
Good look.
Yep.
Off the pipe. Really nice play by Sean Chamberlain. And he just kissed the pipe there.
Yep.
Good hustle by number 25, Mitchell Fry, but Indian Hill retains possession. That's Eddie Fergie with the ball. And again, Eddie, I think I've told you this, Eddie and Sean Chamberlain, the two, are tied for the point lead in the state. There's a flag, a save by Matt Bernheimer.
Looks like a whole interference.
Interference, technical foul on number 6. Oh, no, wait a minute. John, I need my direct microphone here. We are Indian Hill, Mariemont, an interference call, I believe, on number 6, Augie Wasserman.
Yes.
So this is dangerous. Indian Hill is man up, and Warriors are 2 men down. So they're going to form a tight box, John. This is number 10, Cole Cousineau, I'm sorry. And a really great opportunity for Indian Hill to pad that lead.
This is tough on defense because you really are leaving
sticks up.
Any time that anytime that
good
goal's
look.
open, and surprise.
That was a great feed from Eddie Fergie to Sean Chamberlain.
Every once in a while, I guess they do it the other way around.
Right. And again, you know, great discipline, great skill. Normally, you're going to see a shot from the outside when they're 2 men up, but they showed the stick work to feed the crease.
Now, once they score a goal, penalties are released.
Penalty is released, so it'll
be
be all even. And you know, John, with 3:14 left in the third quarter, Indian Hills open up a 6-goal lead, 12-6. Braves look like they're back a little bit fresher.
If you're coaching Mariemont, momentum going the wrong way, what do you do?
Well, I think it's really important, Mariemont, to get possession of the ball and to get the ball into the offensive set. I think when they have had the ball on offense, they've had good shots, and that's what it takes. You can't score if you don't shoot, and you can't shoot if you're playing defense. And so my counsel is get the ball to X, and let's run some offense here. Reed Peterson with the ball to Stevie Bollinger, senior, leading scorer for Mariemont. Stevie next year is taking a year off. There's a rumor that he may attend Mount Holyoke Women's School. No, only kidding. It was a nice shot by Clay Martin, right hand. And again, Chris Stokely, we've called him all evening. Nice save.
Great save.
Good pass. Good clear by number 32. That is
He's
Kyle
going right down
Lear.
the center. He might think he's got a shot here. It's the defenseman's dream.
Yes, there's a well-known disease. It's called defenseman disease, which is your eyes get so big you run the ball down the field. And good for Kyle, Yeah. Good for Kyle. So Mariemont gets a chance to clear the ball. This is Christian Hughes, a sophomore, with a good look to, Beecher Everhart just over his head. And again, nice clear, nice defense. Drake Perry and the scrum there for the ground ball.
Yeah, Drake's kind of outnumbered over there. He's going to have, if he gets it.
You know what's impressive, John, is that Indian Hill swarms the ball. And good teams, the ball's on the ground, they're going to go for it. I believe that's a timeout.
I think Tad made a pretty good move, Tad George, by calling a timeout as soon as he picked the ball up.
Yep, you get 2 timeouts per half, and when I coach, I try to use them. And Tad, chance to get his guys under control a little bit.
Close enough that you could couple goals and you make it.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. 14 minutes in the game, 2:11 in the third quarter here. But it's clear that it's a game of momentum and runs, and Indian Hills had the last several minutes where they've tallied 3 unanswered goals. So
and this time it's been on Indian Hills spot without the aid of a lot of penalties. They've
great ball movement.
Great ball movement. Good some spring rocket shots. I mean, things are they really are showing their talent. They've got a lot of it.
That's right. Well, again, I'd like to thank ICRC for broadcasting this great boys lacrosse game. And on the cameras tonight, Paul Cassidy, Nate Joseph, Alex Stewart, Jeff Farmer, Spencer Kagi, and Clark Bryn in the van. I also want to let you know that ICRC is going to broadcast tomorrow night Kings versus Mason, both men and women's. It's the first time we'll broadcast a women's lacrosse game. So great to see, great for lacrosse in the area, and great to see the women getting on air.
It's picking up speed. I think maybe the boys were a little bit ahead of the curve on lacrosse here, but
not for long.
Not for long. They really have played. If I just think they need a bit of a rule book on the rules. It's hard to.
Nice interception.
A very dangerous guy to have it too.
Yeah.
Again,
Good look up top.
Movement might be a little.
Good face dodge. Left shot.
Great goalie.
Great save.
Play, yep. Down low. Didn't bounce it, but didn't quite get it there. But
too much time. The goalie has 4 seconds, John. Once he's made a save, when he's in that crease area, which is 9 feet in radius, to move the ball out, and he did not. So the ball turns over, and with 1:35, Mariemont retains possession. And again, I know Coach George really wants to try to break the ice and get another goal here. Just off the stick.
Decent, good pass. It was in heat, and that's a catch and shoot.
That's Scott Moore with the ball, a senior midi, to Sean Chamberlain, guarded by Stuart Krenitsky. Sean, a very dangerous, very well-skilled player.
There's a little double up. That's probably not a bad move for somebody that's that good.
You bet.
Sean, not to be outdone, is going to go ahead and take a shot.
Nice
anyway.
save. It's a great effort by Matt Bernheimer and a great personal effort by Sean Chamberlain. And
Stuart Krenitsky, they're having a little trouble. I think I might just kill him in this one. That's good move. You only got 10 seconds, and if you're really lucky, you get a score. Oh, he really. That was. I think that was Stevie. He didn't have anything on his right hand. He tried to wrap it around and throw it in there. One for the TV cameras that would definitely have made the replay, ESPN replay film.
Here's Stevie.
Stevie's rolling again.
Really good defense by number 5. That's Ross Bexmuller.
Johnny Borchers. He's got a pretty good cannon when he wants to fire one. In that case, when you're that far out and the goalie's got a good...
It's not too tough,
Yeah, he can pick that up, but getting a good shot on the goal is not a bad thing. Ross is trying to...
Really nice run. Back. Ross Ballinger working hard on D, and that's Danny Johnson who brought the ball up. Whoops. One of the few kind of real mistakes.
Tough pass.
But not a big deal.
Yeah, but when you make a mistake and it goes behind the goal, it's not a big mistake.
That's okay. Right. And Stewart will probably just let this ball run out. And with
3 seconds, it's probably smart.
End of the quarter, John. The Indian Hill Braves, 12. The Mariemont Warriors, 6.
Well, what was your assessment there? I think we...
Well, I think what was pretty darn impressive is all even. Indian Hill really moved the ball very, very well and had at least 3 or 4 great shots on Matt Bernheimer. And I think on the, quite frankly, on the Indian Hill side of the defense, you saw Chris Stokely make 2 or 3 very good saves.
Right.
So I think we're seeing really, really disciplined and strong goalie play. I think we're seeing good ball movement. And my guess is if you had to count shots, I think Indian Hill is probably 10 or 15 ahead of Mariemont, and that's probably the difference.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna break here. Mike has just given me the cue. I want to give you the replay schedule. Wednesday the 30th tonight at 11:30 on Channel 15. tomorrow, May 1st, 10:30 p.m. on Channel 17. Saturday, the noonday matinee at Channel 4. Sunday the 4th at 7 p.m. on Channel 17. And then Monday the 5th, 10 p.m., Channel 17. And that's brought to you by RCRC and Mike Lyons in the booth.
And at halftime, you'll notice that the referees grab a stick from one of the players.
You bet.
They at
Stick
every
check.
change of the quarter, they can actually do it to anybody at any time.
Right.
But they make sure that the stick length is correct. They make sure that the pocket is legal.
That pocket rule, you cannot have a depth of a pocket that is greater than the ball, and that was driven by some earlier sticks that had very deep pockets, impossible to check. My other favorite lacrosse anecdote is that Jim Brown, a fairly talented football player, was an All-American lacrosse player at Syracuse. They made the Jim Brown rule, which said you couldn't put your stick to the chest and run down the field, which is something that he did with great skill in 1957. There's a procedure call, and the ball turns over.
And when Jim Brown runs, people follow.
That's right. That's right. As good as he was at football, they say he was better at lacrosse. Stanny Johnson, a freshman, again, very talented freshman for Indian Hill, giving it up to Adam Tolliver. And Indian Hill settle. This is Matt McCaw. We've called Matt's number a couple times. He's scored 2 tonight. He's isolated. Good dump.
Good poke checks right there. That's why, there's a great player. Keep the distance with your. He's going to get by him a little bit here. Nice dodge. Nice shot. Nice save. Oh, they got a
bit of a Gilman there. That's a flag. I think you're going to hear a slash to the face.
Again, that getting the stick up high. Yeah.
So Mariemont's going to have a man advantage and a good chance, John, to get a little momentum back and try to narrow that Indian Hill Brave lead.
Again, ball movement on a man up is key.
Paramount.
And watching the other players, it's just like basketball in that if you look at the guys as you're watching Mariemont set up, look at the guys that don't have the ball, look at the guys that are opposite or away,
right.
And you'll notice that if they're moving, you can see their feet getting ready. They're looking for that spot. There's a good sign that you're going to get a score.
Exactly.
If they're standing waiting for something to happen, it's not a good sign. It means they're not going to be a factor. You can see Drake Perry right here looking for a shot.
Give and go in Exeter.
Give and go. We got
Reed Peterson with a rip.
Down low.
Stick side.
And
good save.
Chris Stokely has not missed one that's down in the wick, down in between his feet. I mean, he's just done a great job of picking that ball.
And again, with the man advantage, you should see some yellow guys swarming the ball here. And there you have it.
There's Stewart.
A bullet.
Oh.
And that'll go out. It'll be Indian Hill's ball.
Now here, ball's at the other end. It should have, again,
Double
2 guys on the ball.
Yeah. So we'll see what can happen. Mitchell Fry has just jumped back in it.
And they're putting a long
stick defense
in.
I think that's Coach George wanting a little bit more defensive firepower, if you would. Here we go.
Now there's a bit of a error. I mean.
Yeah. And so the ball will turn over, and it'll be Mariemont's ball. It's probably about 20 seconds left in this man up. But again, they haven't gotten a shot, John. And again, tough to score if you don't shoot the ball. So Mariemont will do well to quickly move this ball.
I think the goal here would be to move the ball around the cage at least one time and see if you can get something on it. But go around behind, see if you can get the ball behind, and then look up top. And trying to force it there maybe a little bit. Getting a little frustrated and get that shot off.
Nice hustle by Chris McGough. We're all even. So we're back to 6-on-6. This is John Borchers, a senior, who's going to SMU in the fall. Nice bounce shot, pretty easily handled by Chris Stokely.
Yeah,
he's probably going to say, "Give me those all night." His 18-yard shot.
Having a bad wheel, a lot of your shot comes from your legs too, and that probably didn't help him when he tried to set up and shoot.
Right.
John's usually got a really good hard shot.
Yeah. So again, Indian Hill takes possession and discipline. They're rotating middies. They're going to move the ball out, Look for Matt McCaw coming in here. Here it goes.
Nice little dodge in there, but good defense on Mariemont's part. Just trying not to make any errors. See if they can get a drop ball, pick it up.
There's Chris McGough, sophomore. He's got some legs.
Got to look to feed. He's got a little bit of a. Nobody's picking him up yet. There he is. No, he's taking around behind. There's a bit of a ward.
Yeah, got away
with
one.
Got away
with
a little one face up in the stick too. So
Mike Morgan just ran into the box
Yep.
because you've got 10 seconds to keep that ball in the offensive box zone.
I'll tell you the other thing, and I've seen quite a few games with Mariemont this year. If they're lacking something offensively, it's that crisp pass. They have done much better this year with those laser beam to the head type passes, catches.
Right.
It's a little off tonight.
Yeah, and it's it's the mark of real comfort, real skill, especially as Vince used to say, fatigue. When you're tired, it's the fourth quarter. It's harder to make those good passes. But again, that's what they need to be doing. And again, it's very it's still well in contention here.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Mariemont needs to start getting some shots and getting some shots to fall. On the other hand, Indian Hill spreading the field. It was a push without possession, so it translates over to Indian Hill, and they'll clear the ball pretty easily. That's Sam Cowan, number 44, playing D on.
And Sammy's a sophomore.
He's a junior. On Danny Johnson.
And Sammy's a very good player. Seeing a little varsity
That's great.
time.
It's great to see him play some varsity.
Really nice to see.
Peter Shell on Matt McCaw. And again, Matt's just taking some air out here.
And there's a little pick going on in front of the
good look.
Yeah. And if we get a replay on that, you can see the two guys right in front of the goal. They're just sort of screening for one another. That really is what creates the opening.
Yeah, this is great. This is a Matt McCaw looking crease. Eddie Fergie is going to just slide off. And, you give a guy 4 yards in the crease, and that's like giving him 20.
And you'll see
bang,
just a little roll.
Bang. And again, if you're the goalie, Matt Bernheimer, facing the attackman at X, you've got to be you're turning, and to pick up that ball when it's coming right back at you is very tough.
Right.
But again, really nice play, Eddie Fergie. That's I think number 4 for Eddie tonight, and
wow.
you're seeing why he's the leading goal scorer in the state of Ohio.
Let's see. Was he the one with 2 points at the end of the first half? I think
he's
decided
Peter Shell.
To work his stats a little bit.
Really nice defensive play, and number 10, Cole Cousineau, takes over.
Back in the Indian Hill, this is the best defense you can have for Indian Hill. Keeping the ball on the offensive end,
exactly.
Working it. Again, looking for a good shot. Look for the slides coming in front.
Sean Chamberlain again, looking crease. That was a slash to the face.
Stick that up a little bit.
Yeah, Stewart needs to keep the stick on the bottom hand, not the top. He'll retain possession until he drops it, and so there's the shot. It'll change. So Marion will be man down with 7:09 left. That was Stuart Kranitzky, and he'll sit down for a minute. Slash to the face.
And needless to say, that's not the best timing for a comeback. So, but again, they're trying to put pressure on some very good players.
And that's it. I mean, in this kind of a ball game with 7 minutes left, they're going to have to play, a little bit more forcing, a little bit more aggressive, and that's what Stewart was doing.
Yep.
And he's playing one of the most talented kids in the state, and Sean made him pay. This is number 18, Danny Johnson, a freshman. Pretty impressive to see him on man up. Number 1, Matt McCaw is with the ball, and they'll start from the sideline. Cole Cousineau, Sean Chamberlain, Eddie Fergie. Good movement.
Cutter.
Very good movement. Real good movement. Bang.
Yeah.
That was Sean Chamberlain, his 4th of the night. It's kind of textbook. We'll see this one again, John. Dump to
rotate, man open.
Yeah. And that, is probably 8 yards. And again, when you're 6 or 8 yards out, that goalie doesn't have much of a shot.
Well, and as you said, as they rotate the ball around, goalies will follow on the ball and doesn't really get a chance to set himself up.
Exactly.
And,
exactly. Really, very, very well played man up. Great discipline, great ball movement.
And I will tell you that this is a team that will contend, I would think, in Division I this year.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're a great, Mariemont is going to apparently walk away with a loss, but not a bad game.
No. Something to keep their heads high.
Yeah.
Rudy's played really hard, and quite frankly, some good end-to-end action.
Well,
there's another flag here.
Yeah, and they're going to call that one a slash as well. Sometimes when the defensive player takes a whack, like a chop, and misses, and especially if it's one-handed, the referees will call that. And if for nothing else, it's more to keep things under control.
Yeah, keep control. And again, these kids are wearing lots of pads, arm, shoulder, helmets, gloves. But the refs do want to keep it under control. And again, I'd point out at the college level, you see great speed, but probably more control with the sticks.
Yeah.
But Mariemont's got a man up, a chance to, get one back.
It'd be nice to see them put one in just for their man-up team.
You bet.
Again, they're going to probably look to overload one side. You'll see that 3 or 4 guys on one side, and then they'll get it to that weak side guy and see if there's something an opportunity there. There was a little pop to the head, what we called.
Good look to the crease.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little more tentative. Yeah, the ball doesn't move quite as fast, and that's that's a good indication.
In part to good tight defense.
You bet.
You can't take anything away from these. Yeah. But
no, Indian Hills defense has played very well, very well. This is Christian Hughes.
Yeah, getting teamed up, and this is a great
effort
to keep the ball in.
And we're back to all even. Indian Hill was man down, and they just played very aggressively and won control of the ball. So 5:30, Indian Hill's up by 8, 14-6. And we'll see what they do. Good cut to the crease, just off.
Defense looks like it's a little loose there.
Nice save. And the dump to Augie Wasmond, who's having a bit of a trouble getting the control.
Just pick it up. Nice little bounce pass. We'll scoop over to Reed Peterson. He's going to probably try to take it for a fast break. There's got a guy open briefly.
It's a bounce shot and good hustle by Chris Stokely. It'll turn over. Nice individual effort by Reed Peterson, and the ball turns over on the shot that was just wide.
And they're pushing it. I mean, they're trying to get some shots on goal. See if they can get something in. You got to give them the. There, got an open goal if he can get it. Oh.
The 35-yard shot, just wide. But he had an open goal, and he just kind of went for it. Nothing wrong with that. So the ball turns over again on the shot. Indian Hill was closest to the end line, and you're going to see changing up the midfield lines, getting some fresh legs out there. And Mariemont's pressuring now. They're looking to try to take the ball away every occasion to try to tighten up this ball game.
In fact, they look like they may be playing a little bit looser now that, it's just, let's see if we can get one.
Right, right.
Not feeling the stress of.
Johnny Borchers on Adam Tolliver. Adam with a nice roll.
Good
dump. Good look to the crease.
Oh, post.
Post.
That's a second one of those.
They're just moving the ball incredibly well.
And every time somebody picks the ball up, somebody in the crease is looking for the pass.
Here's Sean Chamberlain. They'll force, look to the crease. Just missed him.
Yeah.
Ball will turn over to Mariemont. We'll get some fresh midfield legs in. And with 3:57, Indian Hill's up 14-6. I'll tell you what, both teams have played very hard, very hard, very disciplined, a lot of good work.
And maybe a little sloppy in the first half, tightened up a little bit in the second half, I think.
I think you're right. I think the third quarter may have been the best quarter lacrosse we've seen. Nice roll, nice face dodge by Ross Ballinger, a very good athlete. He may take this one.
A nice pass. One more. Nope.
Ouch. This is
had the right idea going.
A man's fallen, so. We've got a man down.
He hit the goalpost,
I think he may have hit that goalpost. It's padded, but he was going full speed. So we'll check him out. And as we check him out, I do want to take the opportunity to again, once more, thank ICRC, Mike Lyons, our partner in the booth, and our camera operators tonight. You know, without these great volunteers, we wouldn't be able to bring you ICRC Boys Lacrosse. And they're all from Indian Hill, I may add. Paul Cassidy, Nate Joseph, Alex Stewart, Jeff Farmer, Spencer Kagi, and in the van, Clark Bren.
So for those of you that will join us late,
John, the Indian Hill Braves this year are 8-3, coached by Gavin Chamberlain. And last year they were Division II state champions. They've moved up to Division I, and they are undefeated in the Cincinnati area. They've lost a couple games to Columbus teams. Obviously, Columbus is still the premier lacrosse community, and I believe it to a team in Pennsylvania. The Warriors, Mariemont Warriors, are Division II. They're 7-2 this year. They've lost to St. Charles and a Moeller, and it looks like they're going to go down tonight. But I think, again, really well-played game on both ends of the field, and I just can't let this go without saying that both Matt Bernheimer and Chris Stokely have put on great efforts tonight.
We've seen quite a few great individual efforts, both on the defense and offensively, and really to the level of this lacrosse game. What a difference! 3 or 4 years can make.
Right.
We're sitting here watching these kids perform at a level that, like I said, when it was back in 7th and 8th grade, and the rule of thumb was run as far as you could without dropping the ball. Now we're seeing a very high level on both ends. And
That's
you know what?
great to
Also, a
see.
very, very clean game. I don't think we've seen a lot of problems.
So just hard lacrosse. That's Chris Bartell. It's great to see him up. And
Yep.
looks like he just took a dinger off the knee there. Hopefully he'll be fine and ready to play in Friday night's game. The Indian Hill Braves have senior night Friday night at home against Sycamore. And Mariemont's next game is Tuesday night at Lakota, the Thunderbirds. So good to see.
We have a couple of new teams in this year, Jamie, don't we? I mean, Seven Hills is that's a fairly new
I
program.
believe Seven Hills is second year. Kings is a new program this year. Anderson is in its second year. So, you're just continuing to see high school lacrosse grow. And women's lacrosse has taken off like wildfire.
It really has. I have a 7th grader that's playing this year, and she's really taken on, and all the girls at that level really really enjoying it.
Right. And again, Mariemont's ball. This is Clay Morton, senior. A future Bobcat shot over his shoulder.
It's a little bouncing around there a little bit. Somebody's in the crease.
Well, another flag.
It looked like Drake Perry with a body check, illegal body check.
Yeah. It's kind of, just playing as aggressive as they can to try to get something in, something to happen. And but that ball will turn over on the illegal body check on Drake Perry, and the ball will transfer over to Indian Hill. Yeah,
this is this is a tough time for Mariemont. But this is also a good learning experience. You can't help but think, this hopefully is the best competition they'll have this year.
I think unabashedly I can say that I think Indian Hill is the premier team in Cincinnati, and clearly the best squad I've seen in Southern Ohio. They're man up. They're going to rotate the ball, and Coach Chamberlain's put some folks that haven't seen a lot of time in there. Class, again, he runs a class program, and nice to see him getting some other kids the opportunity to play. A nice save, another save by Matt Bernheimer. He may be over 24 by this point in time.
There's a school record in this one, in that I think the combination of maybe not a program that's been around for a long time.
Owen Gibby with a little bit of magic.
And Owen's got some wheels. And wow, what kind of flag happened?
Get another penalty. It's
at this point,
they're not bashful, are they? No. Well, I tell you what, they're trying to keep control. But we'll have another penalty. This is going to be, I believe, a slash on 34. That's Scott Perrin, a sophomore defender. I'm sorry, it's a technical foul. Bush with possession.
No, he didn't. He called. Oh, looked like he called a slash. Anyway.
Maybe it's my eyes. You know, it's age, John. It's age. Well, if you're tuning in late, it's been a titanic struggle. You're seeing the Indian Hill Braves in black up 14-6 over the Mariemont Warriors. Indian Hill is living up to their reputation as the premier high school program here in Cincinnati this year, Division I, and really have played a whale of a game. Great discipline, great ball movement, strong defense, and I got to say it one more time, Chris Stokely in the goal has played great. Mariemont, nothing to be ashamed of. They've played hard, and when they've been all even, they've played pretty effectively, John. And we've called a couple of guys' numbers tonight. Ross Ballinger, senior, has scored a hat trick, and Reed Peterson has played both ends very effectively. And then Matt Bernheimer obviously gets my gold star for his incredible performance. He's had a lot of practice. Like I golf, lots of practice, lots of chances.
Not the kind of practice you necessarily want, but
no. So we're gonna, with 2:30 left, Mariemont is man up. It's all even because we're still burning down the last seconds on Drake Perry's penalty. So it's all even, and you'll probably see Mariemont motion that ball, wait until they get all even. But I get a good chance, John, for Mariemont to get one back. And every little bit helps. They're all even now. Drake Perry's sprinting in.
This is more this time in the game. It's sort of the moral victory.
Look to the crease.
That was a good look to the crease. I'm not sure.
Clay Martin with the ball.
Gotta be ready to catch those sometimes.
Oops.
It's a nice stick check.
Really nice check, and that's going to go out of bounds off of Mariemont. So it turns over. That was really nice defense. We haven't called their individual numbers a lot tonight, but the Indian Hill defense has played well, as has the Mariemont defense. You haven't seen a lot of individual attackman efforts. It's been a lot of great work, passing, cutting to the crease. It's number 27, Case Cousineau, Cole's younger brother, a freshman. More Cousineaus for the Mariemont Warriors to worry about.
For years to come, huh?
Yeah, good athletes, really good athletes.
Again, not monstrous, but very, very effective.
No, that was a bit off. And the ball turns over. And Stuart Krenitsky, a junior defenseman, will take the ball.
With a minute and a half left in the game, things loosening up a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think, both coaches can feel good about their kids. They played hard, worked hard. We saw some great individual effort, some great team effort, and that's what lacrosse is about. Nice clear by Stuart Krenitsky.
It's bringing it down. Nice little flip. Look for something down the middle.
It's Chris McGough, Reed Peterson.
Might try to set up one of his patented shots there. Oh.
Clay Martin, attending Ohio University in the fall.
There's a little bit of a takedown.
Good no call. With 50 seconds left. Mariemont ball. And John, they'll try to continue to see if they can break this ice here. It was Clay Martin, a nice shot, and again, a nice save by Chris Stokely.
Sure.
Quick break, and it turns over on the sideline.
I think he's got a couple of new guys in there he's trying to release to, and it is like it is a very you get used to people outletting the ball in the same area,
and again, Coach Chamberlain is bringing in a new group of middies along pole that haven't seen a lot of time. That's just great to see, and give them some chance to refine their skill in a varsity contest. It's Clay Martin. Kyle Lair. Back to Beecher Everhard. Beecher's a senior. He's going to attend Savannah College of Art and Design in the fall. Stevie Bollinger.
Beecher's a very talented kid all the way around.
Yeah. Good athlete, talented athlete, talented artist.
He has some artistic moves with that stick.
Yeah. The wand.
It's getting late in the game.
It is getting late in the game. Stevie Bollinger strip there. And Chris Stokely picks it off. And we're going to see the end of the game here.
7 seconds left. Little last quick chance. Oh,
Oops. And that's the flag. That's the end of the game. And a nice personal effort there by Chris Stokely to keep it a 8-goal game. So that's it from Mariemont's Cousel Stadium. Indian Hill Braves 14, the Mariemont Warriors 6. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next week.
Have a nice
Thanks,
evening.
John.